What if I told you that with a single punch, you could ignite an entire room into a fiery inferno, clearing mobs, melting champions, and vanishing into the shadows before the next wave hits? This hunter build isn't just about power, it's about domination. Whether you're farming nightfalls, running dungeons, or pushing endgame content, this setup turns you into an ability spamming, explosion chaining, invisibility cloaked wrecking ball. Welcome to Insightful Gaming, where we turn great builds into unstoppable ones. In today's guide, we're breaking down a top-tier hunter melee build using the Relativism Cloak, a game changer that merges Spirit of Caliban and Spirit of Synthoceps to devastating effect. If you enjoy playing aggressive and constantly weaving between offense and survival, this one's for you. Chapters are included for easy navigation. And don't forget to check out our Discord link in the video description to share your builds, ask questions, or team up with like-minded guardians. Want to join our clan? Instructions are below. You'll find everything you need to become part of the Insightful Gaming community. This build is built on one core philosophy: punch first. Explode everything. Vanish before they can retaliate. And trust me, it works. We'll dive deep into every component, from exotic gear to fragments, weapons, abilities, and mods, showing you how it all synergizes for maximum impact. Now that you know what you're in for, let's dive into the build components that make this setup pop off. The engine behind this entire ignition-heavy build is the exotic class item Relativism, a Prismatic Hunter cloak that fuses two of the most powerful melee traits in Destiny 2, Spirit of Caliban and Spirit of Synthoceps. This synergy isn't just potent, it's what makes the entire build loop sing. With Relativism equipped, you gain the ability to cause ignitions with every melee final blow, and simultaneously boost your melee damage when surrounded by enemies. Spirit of Caliban turns your powered melee kills into ignition bombs. The moment you land a kill with combination blow, enemies around the target erupt into solar explosions. These explosions scale beautifully, especially when enhanced by fragments like Facet of Ruin, which increase the area of effect. On top of that, Spirit of Synthoceps gives you a substantial melee damage boost whenever you're near multiple enemies, a condition you'll meet constantly in high-density PvE activities like Nightfalls, Lost Sectors, or seasonal activities. The real brilliance of this setup lies in how it interacts with your Grapple Melee. When you grapple onto a target, the end of that movement triggers a melee attack. That hit counts toward both Caliban's ignition and Synthoceps' melee damage boost, giving you the benefits of both traits in a single fluid motion. This exotic is also incredibly forgiving. Even uncharged melee strikes can still cause large ignitions. Combine this with how easily you can return to invisibility, thanks to your subclass aspects and dodges, and you've got a feedback loop that makes you practically untouchable while dishing out constant crowd clearing ignitions. This build thrives when your weapons support ability regeneration and Scorch synergy. For the primary, we're using No Survivors, a solar SMG from Ghosts of the Deep with Incandescent and Demolitionist. Incandescent applies Scorch on kills, which counts as a debuff. Perfect for prossing Stylish Executioner and chaining invisibility. Demolitionist feeds your grenade energy, keeping the Grapple Melee ignite loop alive and constant. In the special slot, Lost Signal is our go-to. With Demolitionist and auto-loading holster, it not only fuels your grenade regen, but also stays ready between dodges and grapples. For heavy, feel free to use the heavy weapon for your choice. However, for our build, we are running the Thunderlord. And for boss DPS, use Queen Breaker or Lord of the Wolves. This build revolves around an aggressive ability loop that keeps you punching, igniting, and disappearing non-stop. We're using Shadow Shot, Deadfall as our super, not for raw damage, but for utility. It weakens enemies, locks down areas, and synergizes with Reaper to generate orbs for your mods. The star of the show is Combination Blow. Each kill with it restores health, boosts melee damage, and triggers ignitions through Spirit of Caliban. When surrounded, Spirit of Synthoceps adds even more punch. It's your main tool for room clearing and sustain. Your grapple grenade isn't just for mobility, it ends in a melee hit that procs both Caliban and Synthoceps perks. It's perfect for engaging, killing and igniting enemies before you even land. Finally, Gambler's Dodge instantly refunds your melee when near enemies, and, thanks to Stylish Executioner, turns you invisible after defeating a debuffed target. This keeps you alive and constantly resetting your melee. This build uses Stylish Executioner and Winter's Shroud, two aspects that lock in survivability and crowd control through invisibility and debuffs. Stylish Executioner is your invisibility engine, defeating enemies affected by any elemental debuff that we are using in the build, including Scorch from Incandescent, Unravel from our Strand abilities, or Ignitions from our exotic, makes you invisible and grants True Sight. On top of that, your next melee while invisible weakens targets, setting them up for easier kills and ignition chains. Winter's Shroud adds control to your dodge. When you dodge near enemies, they're slowed, giving you space to finish them off or reset the fight. Now, let's talk about the fragments we are using in the build. Facet of Courage boosts damage against debuffed enemies. Since your build constantly applies Scorch, ignites, and weakens, this fragment is always active, turning every melee or grenade into a lethal strike. Facet of Dawn makes you radiant after powered melee hits. Facet of Protection grants damage resistance while surrounded. This is crucial for surviving close-range brawls, especially when you're diving into packs with Combination Blow or Grapple Melees. Facet of Devotion, which will help us get bonus light transcendence energy when we defeat targets afflicted with stasis or strand buff. Finally, Facet of Ruin increases the area of effect of your ignitions. This one is huge. Since you're causing ignitions constantly through Caliban, Grapple, and Dragon's Breath, expanding their radius turns every punch into a room-clearing explosion. Let's now talk about the armor mods. On the helmet, use Hands-On for super energy from melee kills, Solar Siphon to spawn orbs from solar weapon kills, and Heavy Ammo Finder to keep heavy ammo flowing during longer fights. For the gauntlets, Bolstering Detonation grants class ability energy on grenade hits, Focusing Strike restores class energy from melee hits, and Heavy Handed creates orbs on powered melee kills, feeding your armor charges and mod synergies. The chest piece is all about survivability. Choose your resist mods based on activity. On your legs, stack 3 Arc Weapon Surge mods. These increase your arc weapon damage while armor charges are active, amplifying the output of your heavy weapon. Finally, for the cloak, run Reaper, Bomber, and Distribution. Reaper creates orbs after a dodge then kill sequence. Bomber rapidly reduces grenade cooldown on class ability use, and Distribution balances energy gains across all abilities when dodging near enemies. This build is chaos in motion. You're chaining combination blows into room-wide ignitions, diving in with grapple melees, and dodging into invisibility after every engagement. If this setup helped you or inspired a new twist on your own build, drop a like and share it with your fire team. Chapters are included, so feel free to jump back if you need a refresher. You can join our Discord through the link in the description to share your builds, ask questions, or join the Insightful Gaming Clan. Everyone's welcome. And if you've got a build you want to see featured, leave it in the comments. I read every single one, and yours might be next. Until then, stay invisible, stay explosive, and keep bringing light to the battlefield.